Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel Masterclass with Tapas. This is the place for new age management skills and lifestyle tips for budding managers like you. Also, these days we are hearing a new word which is moonlighting. What that do we understand by that? If it is not, watch my video till the end and subscribe to my channel Masterclass with Tapas. So, moonlighting refers to a side job in addition to one's primary employment. In moonlighting, often such side jobs are taken by the employee in secret without any information of the employer. So, why the IT companies are against it? Most new age businesses are IP based, know-how, and the data driven, and there is always a risk of data and knowledge drain, especially when the moonlighting is done for competitive companies. Also, there is a concern that employees could be working for side jobs during office hours too while working from home. It was on the demand delivery platform that Swiggy, which introduced as the moonlighting policy for the employees in August this year, that will keep them up the external projects to make more money. Swiggy said that this could be a engrossing activity outside the office hours on the weekend, that they does not impact their productivity on a full-time job or have a conflict of interest with the company's business in any way. But some do the justification the overnight shift of remote working did away with long commutes, bringing relatively more fluid work schedule. It also ended new opportunities for juggling smaller side of the project in the free time for those keen to take them up. When the pandemic struck, plenty of gigs from the website development to the app orientation were up for grabs. Being short of duration stint, these one-off projects were also seen by some as a quick way to supplement income, since they do not involve full-time engagement. Workers going for such side jobs did not see act is a direct conflict with their regular job. As per me, while employees should not indulge in outside work during the time committed to their present companies. What IT firms doing to curb this moonlighting? What I've heard and read that many Indian IT majors like Infosys have reportedly warned employees that moonlighting could lead to the termination of the services too. What we heard, the software company earlier this month terminated around 300 employees who were found to be moonlighting with one of these key rivals at. Moonlighting refers to the practice of working a second job outside the normal business hour. Therefore, an employee may work for a 9 to 5 job as a primary source of income but works night at a different job in order to earn some extra money. Employees who work for private businesses may subject to any policies the company has in place regarding the moonlighting. Certain organizations may not want employees to work additional job while others will not care. Maybe employees for public organization may need to check with any agencies regulation or some laws relating to this two job. One example would be the fact that employees of federal government agencies are prohibited from receiving two source of income, that both income from a government. Another significant IT companies like has cautioned its employees against accepting a second job without informing the employer. Some companies also remind all the employees to study their employment contract before accepting a different job. In one of the letters sent to the staff member by the HR department of a renowned software company, also issued warning that if an employee accepts second job during or after the working hour, they risk being fired. So, what do you mean by moonlighting? Maybe it is a kind of a cheating. The majority of the IT firms have strengthened their opposition to the moonlighting and threatened to fire employees who are found to working on two jobs. Moonlighting could be viewed as an unfair competition if an employee contract stipulates non-complex restriction and exclusive employment. Violation of integrity, as one of the CEOs tell. If you actually look at the definition of moonlighting, it is having a second job secretively I'm all about transparency. As fact of transparency, individuals in organization can have be a very candid conversation. While he was speaking at a management seminar event, he continuously by saying that a business and the individual could considerately choose to take a second employed. He is repeatedly that existing staff working for a rival companies are a complete violation of integrity. In the moonlighting is not completely prohibited under law in India. Maybe Section 60 of the Factories Act 1948 prohibited double employment of adult workers in factories as per the Section 2S of the Industrial Dispute Act also 1947. Industry Relation Code 2020, the definition of workers means any person employed in any industry to work for a reward, whether the terms of employment be expressed or implied. Though many employers express the contract of employment prohibiting dual employment, including debatement of joining the competitor not to work for another employer during allowed the rest time when the employee expected to take care of the physical and mental well-being and return to work to remain productive. It is implied with the terms of employment when a service certificate issued to an employee as per the Industrial Employee Standing Order of 1946, which also covers the IT and ITS sector, refers that such employee was gainfully employed with one of the employer from start date of employment to the end date of employment, not 8 hours in a day. Section 65 of a Bombay Shop and Establishment Act 1940s also prohibit double employment, that neither the employee will work nor any employer will permit the employee to work in any establishment when the employee is on a leave or a given holiday. Similarly, Section 9 of the Delhi Shops and Establishment Act 1944 state that no person shall work about the business of an establishment or two or more establishment or an establishment and a factory above the period during which may be lawfully employed. In such cases, you can say there is a presiding officer who can take the decision on the behalf of the companies. There is always a case in the Punjab High Court also relating to that. Similarly, Delhi District Court upheld the dismissal of the employee under the dual employment in a case of Mesto Paper India Private Limited in 2019. So it is a very, very debatable topic. So if you like my thought, give my channel a huge thumbs up, subscribe it and comment on my channel, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and visit my website also. So wishing you all a festive season ahead. Till I meet next, bye for now. So no moonlighting.